deep within the sun-bleached, unforgiving expanses of a desolate limestone valley. Survival is a brutal, daily calculation. The earth here cracks like brittle glass under a punishing sun, and the only signs of life are the twisted silhouettes of dying succulent shrubs clinging to jagged crags. This is the stage for an extraordinary 24-hour chronicle of endurance, a masterclass in raw biological instinct featuring the savanna's most indestructible wanderer, the honey badger. But today, this solitary tank will not be fighting a standard predator. Today, its relentless quest for food leads it into a direct, high-stakes territorial collision with an equally formidable fortress, a giant African-crested porcupine. The entire narrative unfolds within this claustrophobic, heat-baked valley, where the sensory atmosphere is thick with the crunch of gravel, the whistling of wind through stone fissures, and the ominous, rhythmic rattling of defensive quills. At 5:30 a.m., the valley is painted in the cool, deceptive blues of dawn. The honey badger rumbles out of its dark limestone burrow, executing its morning ritual, scratching the hard earth, coughing, and releasing a pungent musk to mark its foraging boundary. But the peace is short-lived. By mid-morning, as the limestone begins to trap and radiate a stifling heat, the badger's sensitive nose catches a sharp, musky scent, the leftover rinds of excavated tubers. Guided by an insatiable appetite, it follows the trail straight into a narrow, dead-end rocky gorge. What follows is a spectacular, completely authentic battle of attrition, strictly adhering to natural behavior. As the afternoon sun peaks at a blistering 104 degrees Fahrenheit, turning the valley into a literal oven, the two titans clash under the only patch of shade available, a collapsed rock overhang. The African-crested porcupine, cornered and fiercely protective of its deep den, refuses to back down. It transforms into an impenetrable wall of black and white lances, stamping its feet and charging backward with explosive speed to drive its razor-sharp quills into the badger's face. The honey badger, relying on its famously loose skin and thick neck armor, twists and maneuvers in the tight space, dodging the deadly barbs by mere millimeters. There are no Hollywood theatrics or exaggerated gore here. The tension is driven by the pure mechanics of wildlife defense, the explosive dust clouds, the furious guttural roars of the badger, and the clattering shield of the porcupine. As the blazing sun finally dips below the horizon, painting the jagged peaks in a deep, bloody crimson, the standoff reaches its natural, exhausting conclusion, realizing the high cost of fighting a living fortress for minimal reward. The badger lets out a final, defiant hiss, ruffles its dusty coat, and ambles away into the cooling night to find easier prey. It is a stunning testament to the realities of the wild, where true victory isn't about destroying your rival, but simply living to see another tomorrow.